But how is all this going to be impacting our Indian markets? Let's go across to our research team who is joining in with us to set you up for today's trading session. Good morning, Vivek as well as Urmas, and thank you so much as always for joining in with us. First up, Vivek, let me start with you. Asian markets, largely positive, but some bit of a mixed move is coming in from the US markets. So what are we expecting in terms of today's trading session for the Indian markets?
Well, good morning, Winnie. You put it right. Very mixed cues is what you're getting. Like you mentioned, the U.S. markets are lower in the session and off the session highs. So all of the U.S. indices ended in the red. However, one key factor that we need to watch out for, slightly concerning, is the fact that crude oil prices last night jumped almost 2% overnight, and Brent futures ended higher by almost 2%, near the $76.11 a barrel mark. Now, let's come to the Indian markets. Indian markets yesterday had a stellar trading session. So, first 2 days of 2025 has been very good as far as equity markets are concerned, especially large cap names that were significant underperformers as far as, or relative underperformers as far as 2024 was concerned. Second straight session of gains, Nifty Sensex almost 2% higher. What aided the market up move? Well, it was the auto index. Auto index yesterday zoomed higher in the session, and the IT pack too followed suit, almost 2.5% higher even for the IT pack. Mid cap index, small cap index are strong, and that ensured that the advance decline ratio as well as the market breadth was very much in favor of the advances. The auto index, what led it higher? Well, Maruti and MM came out with their quarterly updates or monthly updates, sales updates a couple of days ago, and they saw follow-up buying yesterday, and they were the ones that actually took the markets higher. Eicher Motors very strong, above estimates. That was something that led the market higher. And when you saw Maruti's single biggest day surge since July 2024, financials also kicked in. Bajaj FinTwins as well as Kotak Mahindra Bank, all of them saw brokerage updates coming in, and they all ended higher and significantly higher, aiding the up move as far as the Nifty Financial Services was concerned as well. Now, Asian markets slightly mixed. GIFT Nifty indicating a slightly subdued start for our own markets today.
Okay, Vivek, thank you so much for that. But on that note, let's look at the important stock that you should be keeping on your radar this morning. Starting with some of the Q3 FY25 updates, Bank of Maharashtra is the first one, where deposits have seen a 13.5% growth for the company in Q3, while in terms of advances, that's also seen a 21.2% growth. So decent numbers coming in from a Bank of Maharashtra. Let's move on. And Avenue Supermart, that's also in focus, and we're keeping an eye out on the company. 17% growth in terms of standalone revenue. Total numbers of stores that they've added this time is 10, while in terms of the overall stores as of December 31st is 387. So they have managed to see a better growth versus last quarter. Will be interesting to see, how the margin shape up of the company going forward. But as of now, good numbers coming in from Avenue Supermart versus what the analysts were expecting in terms of Q3 FY25. V2 Retail, that also has seen a strong performance in terms of the Q3 update rate that we're seeing. 58% YOY growth for the company. Same-store sales growth, 25% growth this quarter versus last year, and 45 stores were opened during the 9-month period. 2 stores were closed. So keep an eye out on V2 Retail. V-Mart Retail, again, this retailer also has seen a good growth, 16% growth in terms of revenues that we are seeing coming in at around 1,027 crores. Same-store sales growth stood at around 10% plus for this quarter. So interesting numbers from all these retailers. Capital Small Finance Bank, that's also one in focus. Gross advances have seen a growth of 19.2%, deposits 12% growth, and GNPA at 2.67% versus 2.97% last year. Keeping an eye on this one on the back of its Q3 updates. Let's move on and talk about Wockhardt. Now, the Indian drug regulator has approved Wockhart's new generation oral antibiotic drug, and this is for the treatment of community-acquired bacterial pneumonia. On the back of that, Wockhardt could see some bit of an up move. Other than that, Cupid also is in focus. They've received a purchase order from Medical Stores Department, Government of Tanzania, for a supply of male condoms worth around 15 crore rupees. Keep an eye on that. And Biocon, lastly, also in focus. They've received an approval for an immunosuppressant, and this drug is mainly used for treating the rejection of transplant patients, or organ rejection for transplant patients. Now, this drug is approved by National Medical Products Administration in China, so an important one there for Biocon as well. But those are the stocks to watch out for. But what are the important FNOQs this morning that you should be keeping an eye out on? Hormaz is joining in with us. Good morning, Hormaz.
Morning, Vinny. An absolute cracker of a session we had yesterday, didn't we? The weekly options expiry playing out to its full potential. Massive short covering seen both on the Nifty and on the Nifty Bank. There was open interest shedding on the Nifty futures as well. And the Nifty, more importantly, is now above significant levels, be it 24,000 or be it 24,100. But whether that sustains or not in today's session is the big question, because for now, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a gap down start for our own markets. But so that 24,000 level becomes the most important one to watch out for the Nifty going forward. After multiple days of selling, for FIIs were finally net buyers in the cash market in yesterday's trading session. They were net buyers in the index futures as well. And the long short ratio now, which had fallen to around 13.5%, has improved slightly to around 19.5%, but still FIIs are net short by about 2.2 lakh contracts on the FNO side. Clients too added around 2.2 lakh net contracts there. On the options bid, the 24,200 call has seen some bit of open interest addition, and which is why you saw some bit of resistance on that level in yesterday's trading session. We crossed that intraday but couldn't sustain above it. And the 24,700 call on the upside has also seen some bit of open interest addition there. But on the downside, the 23,900 put has seen some open interest addition there, and that could cushion any potential downside. So now 24,000 and 23,900 on the downside becomes key levels to watch, and on the upside, 24,500 will be the next level to watch out for on the Nifty. In terms of stocks, well, Manappuram remains in the FNO ban, but RBL Bank is the new addition to the FNO ban in today's session.
Okay, Hormaz, thank you so much for that. Keep an eye out on those important levels that Hormaz also mentioned. But on